Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is something happening in this country when it comes to the issue of promising and delivery. Taking credit going forward as an administration of Kenya Kwanza. So Pauline Njoroge exposed William Ruto in a post pointing to what Ruto took from Kenyans and what he has returned back to Kenyans and take credit from that. So in the whole scenario, which nearly it is now trending, Ruto literally created a crisis. Then, in that crisis, you solve the crisis. And out of that, you want to appear as a hero. In fact, even he's not solving the crisis. So in this contest, you see some Kenyans, they will come out to praise our lying and flying botanical doctor for delivering, yet we know there is nothing he has delivered. That's the truth. So I want us to look at that post, what Kenyans are saying about that, your own view on the same, and we will have concluded this discussion. But just a quick request I have quickly before we continue. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. We want to look into the crisis that was created by William Ruto and the kind of solution he's trying to give to that and the views from Kenyans on the same. This is what Pauline Njoroge shared. Rutonomics. Increase fuel price by 60 bob. When they complain reduced by 17 bob, they will clap for you and say how you have stabilized the economy. Very true. When Uhuru was in power, he subsidized fuel by 30 shillings. On every liter of fuel you are buying, the government of Uhuru Kenyatta was paying 30 shillings. Ruto came and removed the subsidy and he increased the price of fuel more than what the international oil market was giving per barrel. For those who remember. Then now he's reducing by 17 bob, and you see Kenyans are clapping, forgetting that Uhuru left the price of fuel at a certain price, and the subsidy was there. This man came and removed. Now he's giving too little after oppressing us. But he needs people to clap for him. It is happening. Number 2, let the Kenyan shilling take a beating from an exchange rate of 119 bob to a dollar, to the dollar, 263, margin of 44 bob. When they complain, prompt the Kenyan shilling and bring the exchange rate down by 30 bob. They will cheer you and say how you tough decision are bearing fruit. Until the Kenyan shilling is back at 120 or 119 where Uhuru left it, Ruto has done disaster of this shilling. If it returns where it was, then Ruto will have done nothing. He can only take credit if we will see Kenyan shilling against the dollar is trading at 110 or 100 shillings. That's when he can take credit. But you see, he's already taking credit that shilingi ilikuwa 160. Tumerudisha 127. No. It's all a mess. But he's taking credit from this. You create a crisis, then you try to bring a solution, and you need a reward for that. A big lie. Number 3, increase electricity by 67% when they will reduce by 13.7%, they will bow and chant Igwe, Igwe, saying how a transformative president you are. That's very true. Electricity was cheaper than what Ruto government is giving, because Uhuru was trying to push for last connectivity mileage. So you look here in Kenya, many people are connected to the grid, more than what is in Tanzania, Uganda, and elsewhere. Kenya has really tried. And because of that, Uhuru was trying also to give affordable prices so that majority of us can afford. Affordable is when many of us can be able to get it in the market price. Ruto akakuja akapandisha, it was like subsidized. So hizo anarudisha kidogo hivi tunapiga makofi. Lastly, create punitive tax policy when they cry out that businesses are closing down and thousands are losing jobs. Tell them that the cost of living has gone down because unga is now 120 bob. They promised to bring unga at 70. Uhuru was giving us unga at 100. They increased up to 150 there. Now they're reducing it. Now it's at 130, 120. They want to take credit from this. We continue. So they shouldn't worry about losing job and closing business. They will call you the greatest miracle working president. And that lady, ladies and gentlemen, is the plan Akili Mtu Wangu. That was Pauline Njoroge. Without wasting time, I don't want to give my views. I just want to continue with the rejoinder comments from Kenyans who are also reading this. Dungu Harun, he really described the situation very well in this country. And I want to listen to this very carefully or keenly. A family eats rice and beans a whole week. One day the father decided to give them mchele kavu for 6 days. And on the 7th day, he comes home with soup ya maharagwe to be taken with the rice as stew and expect accolades from his wife and children. Some of his children who think things through will not cheer him on because they can remember that they had been taking rice and beans for 7 days before their father decided to give them mchele kavu for 6 days and then surprised them with soup ya maharagwe on the 7th day. Very nice. A section of the children who don't think through will call him father of the year and sing praises like hakuna baba kama wewe and bow down to him with our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, Papa. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done at home, for changing our menu because they have been eating mchele kavu for 6 days and they are now taking rice with soup ya maharagwe, forgetting that he had initially taken a better meal of rice and beans from them before the previous of the provision of soup ya maharagwe. And the father will have the guts to stand at the village square and say, the tough decision I made are bearing fruit. My kids are now enjoying a plate of rice and soup ya maharagwe. Look at that. Now another one here, very wonderful. Kihuri wa Ndorongo. Listen to this. The husband gives them fake fertilizer. When they complain, his wife comes to tell them that farming doesn't require fertilizer, but revival. Hey, this man just did it. And this is what we have just analyzed in the previous video, where the First Lady, Rachel Ruto, said that the reason Uganda is very fertile and it has been raining is because of the East Africa revival that swept Uganda. Let me tell you, revival has come to Kenya. In days to come, these rains you are seeing will not come to an end. And in the days to come, we shall not be using fertilizer. Look at that and connect the dots. So wonderful. This tells us that Kenyans can see, they can hear, they can understand, they can analyze. Hii sio Kenya kuchezea saizi. Another one, Patrick Karanja. And most of these people are from Mount Kenya. Soon, the closed bus will be open and we will be drunk for 3 days, praising him. Some churches will be allowed to remain on grabbed land and praise the Lord and King of Kings platitudes will fill our churches. So you read these comments and you see when they do such things and they want to take credit that shilingi ilikuwa hapa tumerudisha hapa, unga ilikuwa hapa saizi iko hapa, mambo ya fertilizer, mambo mengine, then they will sponsor some headlines in a media, even mainstream media. You see some of the headline like what is in the Star. Ruto tough choice start to bear fruits. Belt tightening lowers cost of living. Such kind of headlines. That, like the one was shared in the Star here, you can see. And Ruto will say that he is really delivering to Kenyans. So those are the comments from Kenyans and the views from Pauline Njoroge. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.